Hello everybody, and thank you once again for joining me for this event. This is a traditional draft for Ravnica Allegiance. My name is Justice, my handle is Sarcantuna, and this set is just brand new, so I'll be doing all of the events as they come out. This is going to be a pretty busy weekend. It's pre-release. I did the sealed event. I'll be doing the Ravnica Allegiance. This is a best of threes draft, and I'll be doing a competitive Core 19 draft coming up. So do remember to subscribe. You'd be helping me grow the channel as well. And while I do this draft, I'll be using the Draft Sim tool. Link is in the description. So if you want to use that tool or get a look at all the card sets and how each card is rated in terms of drafting, it's there. And while I do this, I will go ahead and hide my camera and we will get into the draft. This is well worth the expenditure of your gems. You do get to keep all the cards that you draft, as well as the packs for each game that you win. And it is a best of threes, so I think, oh, this is a tough pack. These aren't great picks here. I think the highest rated card is going to be Mass Manipulation, and even that's not terrific. Yeah, gosh, it's like the 25th card in the set as it's rated. So we're going to have to grab it, and maybe we'll do blue, maybe Simic, maybe something else. If there was a Mortify, I would take it. I don't love Windstorm Drake, although it's not terrible. Trollbred Guardian would be my hero if it had Riot rather than Adapt. Actually, that's not bad either. Let me check the potency of Trollbred Guardian here before I move on. It's the 50th card in the set, so technically speaking, Mass Manipulation is rated higher, so I'm going to grab it. Alright, now what do we have? Senate Guildmage, Swirling Torrent, that's kind of low rated. Archway Angel, which I could pick up and do blue-white, Azorius style. At some point you've got to commit to a guild, especially in Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance sets. And then the potency of your picks changes based on what your color base is going to be. So I think we're on Senate Guildmage here, but let me just double check. I'm not the best at drafting, so I want to make sure the cards I pick up are helping us out. Senate Guildmage is low rated here, so that's tough. Well, let's go with some it's card draw, but you do have to discard. You draw then discard. That's not great. Swirling Torrent isn't terrible, but it's expensive. An Archway Angel flies. So the when it enters the battlefield effect is wasted because I'm not going to have one gate maybe. So Shimmer of Possibility is pretty good card draw. I'm going to go with Shimmer. Alright, I'm going to go with Shimmer. This could be turn into an Azorius, could be Simic. Rafter Demon isn't all that low rated either. It's not bad. It's a forecasting 4/2. Twilight Panther isn't great. Coral Commando is also not great. Debtor's Transport is interesting. It's pricey, but it's interesting. Eyes Everywhere. That's interesting. It's Scry. That's cool. Let me double check Eyes Everywhere. That might not be too bad. I think Eyes Everywhere is the highest rated card in this pack. Alright, we're going to go for it. So we're on blue. Looks like we're going to do some kind of Azorius combo so far, which is a little interesting. Maybe we'll... I really think Fairy Duelist is kind of neat. I really think we should plan on getting like an Azorius combo going. Vindictive Vampire is low rated. Consigned to the Pit is removal, but it's super expensive. Burning Tree Vandals are cool for for Gruul, Steeple Creeper. That's Simic. Okay, so here we go. Do we go Simic or Azorius, or do we grab the potential 4/2 flyer? That's tough because it's only till end of turn. But there's not a lot else here for me, so I'm either on Fairy Duelist, Prowling Caracal, and I don't want to go into like Dimir because there's no advantage to going blue and black, for example. This is a spectacle card, so it wants to be Rakdos. So I think I'm going to grab the Steeple Creeper and play into the color combination early, and that might have paid off. Growth Spiral is strong. Clear the Mind, Prying Eyes, and this is also a great way to learn the sets, I have found. Cavalcade of Calamity is garbage in draft, so that's good. I'm going to check real quick Steeple Creeper versus Growth Spiral. So give me just a moment here. Let's check Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral is low, like 150th, and Steeple Creeper is actually lower. So while we have it, let's grab the Growth Spiral, and then keep an eye on that second Steeple Creeper. Okay, we're taking Beastmaster for sure. Maybe. Yep, we're on Beastmaster here. Even though it's Riot, like a Gruul card, the not having red does not matter one bit. Whenever Gruul Beastmaster attacks, another creature gets +X/+O, where X is Gruul Beastmaster's power, and I virtually almost always make this a 3/3 with the Riot effect, and it's so strong. So we're picking up the Beastmaster, and it fits into Simic also. Regenesis? Regenesis does what Nintendo don't. Sagittarius Volley. It's kind of neat. Destroys a creature with flying and deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent controls. It's good flying removal. There are no X of 1 flyers in the set, though. I think all the flyers have more than 1 health. Sentinel's Mark. Enchanted creature +1/+2 and has Vigilance with an addendum. When Sentinel's Mark enters the battlefield, if you cast it during your main phase, enchanted creature gains lifelink until end of turn. It's an enchantment with flash, so you have the option to drop it on a dude, and then they just get +1/+2 and could be a blocker effectively, so this could be like situational removal on top of a creature buff, which is pretty strong. Actually, let me look that up. This is a fun one. Sentinel's Mark is 115th in the set, compared to Sagittarius Volley. Let's grab that one. Sagittarius Volley is down there in the 200s, so we'll grab Sentinel's Mark. And maybe we will go Azorius after all. Rubble Slinger. Mid-range card here. Core Clan Wrecker's low, but Rubble Slinger could be mono green also, right? Green or red. There's a Fairy Duelist again. It's kind of cool. He's like, I'll poke you in the eye, dude. Sage's Rose, Savant. Ill-Gotten Inheritance isn't great, so we'll go with High Alert. I think I like High Alert. Creatures you control can attack us, so they don't have Defender, and then you can untap a creature for 4 mana. I'm just going to double check, and I'm going to do a lot of this double checking. This is how I would recommend you guys draft as well. High Alert is like right around the 120 range, right next to Prime Speaker Vanifar, which is like a legendary mythic rare. So I think it's a pretty safe bet at this point. It's only rated slightly lower than Gates, so it's like I could grab the Simic Guild Gate if I was on it, which isn't a bad combo. Although I don't know that there's a real big benefit to Gates. I could be wrong, but Gates have not proven to be it in draft, for me anyway. I know a lot of people like them, but for me, I haven't seen it, so I'm going to grab High Alert just in case I want to go Azorius versus Simic. I don't like discarding 2 cards for 6 mana. That could be strong, but I'm not convinced just yet. And I'm going to go with Twilight Panther, mostly to, I guess, take it off the draft. How's the officer enters the battlefield? Target creature you control is +1/+1. That's okay. Clear the Mind is not good for this. Scorch Mark is cool. It's good removal. Catacomb Crocodile is also strong. But there's no way I'm going 3 colors. I don't think 3 colors is a great move in this set. Either in Guilds of Ravnica or Ravnica Allegiance, 3 colors is tough. And since I'm on maybe white, maybe green, I will grab the Hazda Officer. I actually don't like that pick of Twilight Panther. I take it all back. He'll never have Death Touch in this deck. So that was a silly one for me. We'll grab the Axebane Beast. Just a forecasting 3/4, like it's 93 all over again. Orzhov Locket, don't need that. The Prowler, Vindictive Vampire solo. Prowler might not make it into the deck unless I need another creature. Oh boy. We'll take the Smelt Ward Ignis off the table. Okay, click on it. Wall of Lost Thoughts is interesting with High Alert, because now all of a sudden I can attack with Defenders if I get High Alert out there. Let me grab my reds. Theater of Horrors isn't rated too low. It's not a bad card. I don't think it's rated very highly either. Carnival of Carnage. That's pretty funny. It's a Dark Carnival happening all over again. Scrabbling Claws. Target player exiles a card from their graveyard. It's not entirely all that useful in draft, particularly Gate Colossus. 8 casting 8/8, huh? It's interesting. I wonder what Gate Colossus is rated at. $179, so he's not rated super high for what we're trying to do here. So let's pass on Gate Colossus for now and really think about grabbing some flyers. So Azorius Knight Arbiter isn't ideal. I would much rather get into some flyers and some removal here pretty soon. Watchful Giant's interesting. Concordia Pegasus is also interesting, but I'm not going to have too many creature buffs. But I do like flying over Vigilance, and that's an expensive 2/5. He can't be blocked, and with High Alert, that's a 5 damage coming in. But he does have Vigilance also. Actually, that's pretty good. Pretty good right there. I'm going to grab him. My instinct is telling me Azorius Knight Arbiter, but I could be wrong. Oh, man. If you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know I'm in love with Kaya over here, and I think she's getting a bad rap. I really do. I think she's gonna do so well. I think there's a lot of like one casting dudes. There's a lot of them, you know, especially in standard, like mono white gone. See ya. Yep, I'm doing it. Greed is taking over. I can't not.
I'm gonna make you suffer.
This is like the worst card to pick up in draft also. But I can't not do it. Ooh, Syndicate Messenger looks interesting. A 2/3 flyer in white. I like that. Senate Griffin. Okay, so here's the toss-up. Do I go with Senate Griffin or Syndicate Messenger? I've got to make a choice here. I think I like Senate Griffin because it's either color. Senate Griffin is 150th rated. That's not as high as I thought it would be there. I thought it would be a little higher. Or do we go with... I might need Summary Judgment. I need Summary Judgment, actually. I need some removal. So that's going to be it. Or like Forbidding Spirit, that's kind of cool. Except all their creatures will be untapped after that. I'm going to have to take the removal. I don't have any removal yet, and we're 2 packs in. Yep, I got to do it. If the other flyers are there on the way back, then I can consider them. Ooh, this is not an Azorius pack at all. Basilica Belhan is interesting. And there's no way I'm going to be able to cast it if I go like Orzhov or Esper even. Ain't going to happen. Titanic Brawl is basically a Prey Upon. Final Payment is a good removal spell also. Okay. Final Payment. This is the highest rated card in this pack. Final Payment is. Followed by the Bell Haunt. And they're not the colors we need. Although there's no great colors we need. So why don't we get Final Payment and see if we end up going almost like Esper, like white, blue, black. Which I don't like to do, but if we don't have a choice, we don't have a choice. Incubation and Incongruities. Interesting. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card and put it into your hand. The rest go on the bottom of your library. Or you can exile a creature. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 frog lizard token, which isn't exactly the removal that we're looking for. Cry of the Carnarium. All creatures get -2/-2, so that would be mine too. And then they get exiled, which isn't great. But now that I'm faced with the possibility of splashing some black for Final Payment, Imperious Oligarch, it's a tough play. Or Debtor's Transport's only a 5/3, but Afterlife's a 2, so that's something. I've also got a Mammoth Spider. Is Mammoth Spider higher than I think it is? Oh, around 150 in the sometimes playable range. So like just below mid-range of a card. So maybe I should look more at, yeah, the blue. The strength of blue isn't all that great. Mass Manipulation is up there. Persistent Petitioners are not, but it's still a 1/3, so it slows down aggro. Tap 4 untapped advisors you control. That's interesting. They put the top 12 cards of their library into their graveyard. That'll end the game real quick in draft. I'm never going to get there, but it'd be funny if I could. Gosh, there's not a lot here. I'm going to pick up a Watchful Giant. It's splashable. It's a 3/6 for 6. Not my favorite pick. Okay, I like Summary Judgment. Senate Griffin. Okay, let me look up Griffin and Forbidding Spirit. So Forbidding Spirit is a 3/3, but he's rated 71st, which I like that. And we're also looking at Senate Griffin here. Oh, they're pretty close. The Senate Griffin is 152nd. So Senate Griffin is technically a little weaker than our Spirit Boy over there. So let's grab him. And then we will consider Senate Griffin after we get Forbidding Spirit. Forbidding Spirit's a little higher rated. It's also a 3/3 for 3. It's pretty good. Do need the 2 white. So that's interesting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now some more blue cards to pick from. Prying Eyes is okay. Thought Collapse is nice. I like Essence Capture better. A lot better, actually. They're both 2 blue, but one targets a creature, one targets a non-creature, and most of the cards can be creatures. So I'm going to go with Essence Capture for now. Burn Bright is trash. For some reason. It doesn't look terrible. It's just expensive, I suppose. Macabre Mockery, not great. It's Persistent Petitioners again. Thirsting Shade or a Noxious Grudian. I'm going to get the Petitioners just because they're a 1/3 and they can serve as a blocker. Okay, this is starting to look a lot more like straight Azorius. And it all depends on the next few picks. I'm going to grab the Gate. Yeah, it's time to grab a Gate. Let's do it. 10th District Vet. That's cool. So it effectively gives another creature vigilance. Resolute Watchdogs could, if I happen to get high alert, but I shouldn't count on that. I know Rampaging Rendhorn isn't rated all that high, but it sure is powerful. Or the Locket. I like 10th District Veteran much better than the Locket here. That's cool. For 5 though, that's expensive. I guess it's expensive in Constructed. Do I go with a 3/3 that can block 2 creatures or a 2/3 that flies with Afterlife of 1? I'm going to go with the Syndicate Messenger because it's a 2/3 that flies. There we go. Orzhov Locket. Orzhov. I'm going to grab the Gate. I'm going to grab the Petitioners. Use as a blocker. Always better. Pick up the creature off the board and the other creature off the board, and we'll drop them into the sideboard virtually right away. We're not going to get a Spike Wheel Acrobat. We know we're not on red. Bedeck and Bedazzle. That's not good. Enchanted Creature. No, not good either. Another Eyes Everywhere. I don't think that's necessary as an enchantment. We really want to get more creatures or some removal. So what we're going to pick up is a Final Payment here. Bring to Trial is exiles a creature with power 4 or greater, and Final Payment destroys any creature. So they don't have, it's not conditional. Although I do have to sacrifice, pay 5 life or sacrifice a creature or enchantment, which is okay. We'll do Final Payment, and now I'm pretty much sure we're doing black. I don't think we're going to do green at all. So let me grab some green cards and hide them. Sorry, Beastmaster, not this time. With 23 cards. All right, let's see what we got. Sphinxes Insight. There we go. Grasping Thrall. There we go. Arrester's Admonition. That's a good one. This is okay. Okay, here we go. Another Essence Capture. All right, now we're cooking. I feel like I need more creatures. Twilight Panther might make it just as a blocker fodder guy. Unless we go Esper. Oh well, heck, this might work. This is 4 blue and then any color. So on like turn, this is expensive. I don't like Mass Manipulation. But if it's in the deck, we may as well use it. Arrester's Admonition is pretty good. So is Sphinxes Insight. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you gain 2 life and you draw 2 cards for 4 mana. That's pretty strong. Or for 3 mana, we can return a creature to its owner's hand. Only a creature. Or for, if we go on the black side, we can grab a Grasping Thrall. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. That's it. It's an interesting, and it's a flyer. And I think I need creatures more than anything else right now. And it's splashable. So white and blue are going to be my main mana sources. So what, like 7 and 7? 14? Boy, I don't know. 6 islands, 6 plains. We'll see what happens. I'm going to grab the Thrall because it's a flyer. And now Windstorm Drake looks terrific. Right? Other creatures with flying get +1/+0. And hopefully I can survive until the 5th turn with this deck and then start gaining life back with Grasping Thralls or Archway. Is that my only Archway Angel? This is going to be expensive. Swirling Torrent is strong too. I feel like we've seen this pack. Wait a minute. We've seen this almost exact pack, right? Deja vu, man. Deja vu. I'm going to grab the Angel. I'm going to do it. I think you're going to be good here, Archway. No. Gateway Plaza, not necessary. Law Mage's Binding, can't block. Its activity abilities can't be used. That's not awful, but Actually, that's what we want. That's what we want. Exactly what we want. Yep, more removal. We need that. That's sort of like a better Luminous Bonds. I think we're on the gate right here. I'm going to measure Thought Collapse versus Senate Griffin, though, just to see where we're at. So, Senate Griffin, again, is 152, like always. Okay. Thought Collapse is 188. So, Senate Griffin is more higher rated. And it is... Hi, Gus. My cat just jumped on me, and he got stuck. And it is a little lower rated than the gates. So, the guide thinks the gates are the best bet, but I'm not convinced. I think we should grab the flyer because it's blue or white, doesn't much matter. I'm gonna grab the flyer. I don't want to run out of creatures. Creatures are so much more powerful in draft. I think like most of the bombs in this set anyway are also creatures as well. Galloping Lizrog. How funny. Bankrupt in Blood is too expensive for draft. Sacrificing 2 creatures will debilitate your board. Boy, there's nothing else here. Okay, so we'll grab a Rester's Zeal. It probably won't make the deck, but we'll grab it and see if we can't play with it. There we go. Excellent. This card. Dovin's Acuity. When it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life and draw a card. This is the Azorius version of Disinformation Campaign. Whenever you cast an instant spell during your main phase, return it to your hand. So if you do, what did we just draw? We just picked one up. Arrester's Zeal is an instant. It also has Addendum, but if you cast it on your main phase, you get that buff. Summary Judgment, also with Addendum. Essence Capture is never going to get cast during your main phase. It might if they do something during your main phase, like in response to something else. Final Payment. Okay, cool. Yep, we're taking Dovin's Acuity for sure. That could swing the game right here. We're going to gain 2 life and draw a card. We got 3 options to gain life. Kaya is also deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in Exile, and you gain that much life. So you could, exile cards from the graveyard, and then you gain 2 life if one is a creature. This is either going to be really awesome or really terrible. I am on Thought Collapse. Yep. Essence Capture. I'm almost positive that's what we're getting. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That is not bad. There are a few reasons to play that, or we just would try and counter something. I'm going to go with the counter spell. We're going to grab the gate. For show. And the Azorius. Oh, Swirling Torrent, though. This is great, because you return a creature to the top of its owner's library, or you return a creature to its owner's hand, or both, right? So if they have 2 creatures, they're both gone. I like Swirling Torrent better. How many gates do I have? Azorius and 2 Orzhovs, both artworks there. Take Swirling Torrent. We'll grab the Debtor's Transport. Doesn't much matter. Doesn't much matter. Okay, we'll take the creature off the board for one of the bots. Sorry, bot. You're not going to get it. And we're at 51 out of 40 here. So let's see where we're at. 6 islands, 2 swamp, no forests. Axebane goes. Does that take care of the forest for the auto land? 6, 6, and 2. Black, black, black. Ah, good computer. You done good today. I don't like Debtor's Transport. It's way too high. 11 cards that cost 2, 15 creatures, 16 non-creatures, 17 land. This is a terrific mix. So I'm going to want to take more. I can stand to take out another creature or 2. Watchful Giant, is he too expensive? 11 and 9 in the 2 and 3 range. That's actually really good. I like that a lot. I could use Prowling Caracals as good blockers, and then my opponents will think, what in the world is he doing blocking with a 3-1? I need Sentinel's Mark for removal. I need Summary Judgment for removal. Or do I keep the Persistent Petitioners in as blockers? Yeah, those are better blockers than Prowling Caracals. Because I can tap them, pay 1 and tap them, and then remove a card from my opponent's library. Which I like to do. Shimmer of Possibility, that's fine. That's a mill. This is like half mill, half... Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. Forbidding Spirit stays. Hazda Officer can go. Boy, but then I don't want to remove any more creatures. Eyes Everywhere? Exchange control of Eyes Everywhere and target non-land permanent, which is safe to do if my opponent doesn't have any blue mana. So if they don't have any blue mana, they can't exchange it back with me. But I don't know if I would do the exchange or just leave it as a scry engine. You know what? I'm gonna kick it out. Nope, no sir. I like Thought Collapse. I love Dovin's Acuity. I love High Alert. Law Mage's Binding, that's good removal. I'm keeping Kaya. I'm either gonna learn something or prove something with Kaya. We'll see what ends up happening. Azori, I like all these flyers. And Swirling Torrent is good removal. Mass Manipulation stays. Okay, so what am I gonna do here? All my 5 casting spells are creatures. I need to look at the 2 space and take out some non-creature spells. Summary Judgment stays. Sentinel's Mark can go. Sorry, Sentinel's Mark, with no card draw, you are not needed. Wall of Lost Thoughts can go. I don't think having the Defender in there is going to make too much of a difference. And I've really got to cut some non... Well, that was a creature. Okay, so now I've got to cut some non-creatures. Shimmer of Possibilities is a good dig, which I like. Do I have any other card draw in here? I don't think I do. So I'm going to hang on to it. Thought Collapse. It's like mill. Boy. So I want to find a card that's not a creature card that is also not removal. Like I've got removal, I've got creature. There we go. Non-creature, non-removal. She stays, dang it. She stays. And I've got 43 cards in the deck. Well, maybe I should cut some of the top end just so it's not so top heavy. Like a 5 caster. I like Grasping Thrall. I like Azorius Night Arbor. Actually, this is not as powerful without High Alert. And my creatures assign combat damage to their toughness rather than their power, and then I can untap them. So I've got like Watchful Giant, which would hit for 6. It's effectively making them a 6/6, right? Sort of. And then I could untap them, but that's mana heavy. So I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take out High Alert, and then I'm gonna take out the Azorius Night Arbiter just because it's getting kind of pricey. And then I can remove one of my 2 casting non-creature spells. Why don't we remove an Essence Capture and just roll with 1 and hope I see it and counter a good creature. So now we'll look at where we're at. We've got 40 cards, 11 creatures, 12 non-creatures, 17 land. I'd like to have another creature in there, but I feel like I've got a decent mix. I've got Shimmer of Possibility, not card draw, but can act as card draw. Some cheap creatures. I've got Dovin's Acuity, which is card draw. Reoccurring card draw, even, with some instant spells that I'm going to need anyways to trigger that, and then some top-end flyers. And a pretty good mana base here. We've got 3 gates. So let's roll with it for a game. Let's see where we're at. Oh, this is also best of 3s. So it's going to be... Okay, this could be kind of rough for me. Not the best at sideboarding either, but you never know. It's a draft, everybody's doing it, it's a new set for everyone. as always, we'll hit the camera back on so you can catch the reactions as they occur in hopefully real time. Alright. Okay. Well, we'll hang on to this for sure. We've got 2 of the 3 mana, so we can't final payment right away, but we could drop Persistent Petitioners. Negate and wait. Pair of payments we can't use. Death Touch with Afterlife of 1, that's kind of neat. Alright, we'll drop Plains and Persistent Petitioners. Block, we'll just take the 1. Plague White. Plague White's interesting. Okay, cool. We won't attack. We'll save it for a blocker. We can't block the Plague White. Well, we could block the Plague White, arrest or zeal our dude, and then kill it. I think that's what we're going to do, just so we don't take 100 damage too early here. Block. Give him +2/+2. I'm not really worried about hitting him with the damage just yet. Okay, we'll take 1, that's fine. Yep. He loses that card. Hopefully he needed that mountain. Sorry, dude. Okay. Senate Griffin. Nice little flyer. Yeah, we'll hang on to that and we'll counter the next creature. Not going to attack. We're not going to block because he's got Death Touch, so we'll just take the 1 forever until we gain control of his dude with Mass Manip. We need 1 more blue to trigger Mass Manipulation as well, so is what it is. Do this to him also. Start milling his deck. There goes Rakdos Roustabout. And a black mana source. Terrific. Which will give us the ability to final payment a dude. Obviously we'll pay 5 life for that. And then keep swinging in for 3. We will get ready for 1 more mana source and I can mass manipulate 1 creature. Nothing mass about it. At that point, it's just manipulation, right? 1 damage. I'm not really worried about it yet. He could drop some pretty nice combat tricks, but let's see what... If he plays a creature, I'm pretty certain I'm just going to counterspell it. I'm going to keep milling him. Yep. So we will sacrifice a creature, a griffin, and kill his dude. Wait. Okay, final payment. Target, pay an additional cost, sacrifice a creature. Target his creature to die, then we sacrifice our dude. That's tricky. Okay, got it. Because he's going to kill him anyways, so we may as well use him as a final payment for this guy. Roll. Ooh, I like that. I can also do my Archway Angel next turn. No attacks. No attacks. I want to counterspell a creature. It's got flash? It's even better than I thought. You would think I could read that, but I didn't catch it. Nope, he doesn't get any creatures. Target up to one creature you control. That dude there. And then we're going to make him lose a Vizkopa Vampire. Okay, so we got a Shimmer of Possibility coming. Terrific. I can put any card into my hand. Okay, so let's do it. I like Dovin's Acuity the best here. So now when I cast instant spells during my main phase, yeah, I return it to my hand. So I can do final payment during my main phase, pay the 5 life. I can't do anything about this creature he's about to cast, except for steal it. You just gain control of it? Yeah, okay. Or Planeswalkers. That's kind of neat. This is a weird deck I'm playing. Return up to 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand. So I've got 7 mana. I'm 1 mana away from stealing 2 of his creatures, which would really, really upset him, I think. Let me drop our Archway Angel here. Gain some life back. I like that. I love that. That's cool. This dude lifelinks. This dude doesn't. Let's attack and see what he does before we start thinking about taking some dudes. And then if it comes down to it, we'll final payment one of his guys on my turn to get Dovin's Acuity back. And then cast Dovin's Acuity again. Gain the 2 life, draw a card, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he might have a combat trick here. So why don't we just take the damage? Nothing wrong with taking the damage here. If I draw a land, I'm taking his Vizkopa Vampire, and then I get the lifelinker. Okay, so I'll do Windstorm Drake, then I can attack him for 4. And I can final payment, target player discards. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. So why don't we resolve that first? I will pay 5 life, and we'll kill that guy. And we'll swing in for 4. What could he have? I bet you he's got the combat trick to give all his creatures +2. So I'm going to have to block this turn or I face potential death. Okay, that's not ideal. This guy can't block 3, 4, 5. That's 6. That's not great. I don't like that at all. I can only take over 1 creature, but I could do a Forbidding Spirit, and then he can't attack me unless he pays 2 for each creature. Which I like. And we'll do Dovin's Acuity. Gain 2 more life. Perfect. Now if I can live long enough, I could mass manipulate 2 of his creatures, so I grab his Clamor Shaman and his Vizkopa Vampire permanently. Okay, now the question becomes, do I risk attacking him? He could attack me with 3 creatures and hit me for 6, so I better not attack yet. Better play this a little slower. Just a little slower. It's 1 damage to each opponent, you gain 1 life. I don't like that at all. He took ill-gotten inheritance, huh? Target the player. There we go. Got him. Okay, now what are we gonna do here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I can... So he can tap his spear and deal 1 damage to each player. Okay, so I'm gonna mass manipulate. X of 2, right? Is that how we do it? That guy and that guy. Perfect. They don't have haste, so I've got to wait before I can attack with them. And there is still a risk of taking 1 from this flyer, so I'm going to have to wait. Because he's got the damage. He could do 4 here, 1 here, and 1 here. It's risky. I'm going to attack with my Forbidding Spirit anyways. See what he does. He takes the damage. No doubt there. And here's the... I'm going to let him draw, because I think he's going to draw land. He might not. I'm going to not let him draw. This is so risky. What card did we keep him from getting on potentially our last turn? Okay, a crocodile. Alright, that's not terrible. 5, 4... Oh, that's game. Oh, rats. I didn't calculate that enough. Okay, so he's playing Rakdos. Okay, I'll add the counterspell back in, right? So we'll grab the Essence Capture. Yeah, and we'll drop... I like Summary Judgment so we can kill his little dudes. I like all my flyers. We'll drop a Watchful Giant. Nah, I might need that. Swirling Torrent is too cool. Mass Manipulation almost worked. Petitioners turned out to be pretty cool. I'll drop the Panther. 1 casting, 1, 2. Isn't gonna do it. I'll drop the Panther. Okay, alright, let's try this. Changes are locked. Your deck is not updated until its submission. Let's submit it. Yep. Okay. Let's see what happens in game 2 here. These games take... I'm gonna draw first. Ooh, boy. I am playing Azoria, so I do want to draw first. And though we have a lot of land, this is not good. A little bit better. Yep, that's fine. No gates out there for us, but we can get persistent petitioners out. 10th District Vet, maybe. He's got Menace, right? So I'm going to take that one. Trumpeter's strong. I like that. Good one. So I could bind it. I could punch it. No reason to attack, so now we can block. Block down and kill the Trumpeter if he attacks with it. This does 1 damage to each player, so not each creature, or any creatures. He goes for it. Cool. Okay, well now I can't block, but that's alright. Deer Spewer. How funny. Alright, so he attacks. I can't block. I takes it. There it is. I needed a counterspell for that, but he got it out anyways. It's actually pretty good in draft. Here goes Kaya. Everybody's thinking, why would you play that card? Watch.
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say fair.
I knew that was coming. That's a strong combo right there, though. Having the
somewhere else.
The dudes, and I bet you anything he comes after Kaya. He's like, "Why would you pick Kaya? What did you do that for?" Yeah, you're probably right, dude. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. I can't block. He could kill her. He's going after me. That's the smart play. So here's a gate, and my 5th mana. I'm gonna have to resolve these dudes. So, let's see here. I could Law Mage's Bindings him. And then next turn Final Payment the Trumpeter and probably take a little less damage. Why don't we do it that way? And then I can make up... let's do this. Let's do that. Yep. Gets exiled. No attackers again. Okay, we'll end the turn. This is going to be tough to deal with here pretty soon. I am going to gain 4 life with my Archway Angel. He sees it now. He's like, wait a minute. This is too strong. He's going to pump it up. Yep.
I'm going to make myself
We'll make
scarce.
him discard a land. Okay, cool. Another gate. Perfect. Perfect. Messenger with Afterlife, no less. I like all of those things. No attackers. Thank you very much. And we'll end the turn. This guy becomes a... Oh, becomes a 3/3. So he could kill one of those next turn. That's fine. I'll gain 6 life, so I'll gain the 1 back. He's got 2 of them? That's a good way to... Oh. That's a good way to do that. Yeah. Good call. Okay, there we go. Got a counterspell. Got one. I can't final payment. Oh boy. Alright, we'll go slow. Oh, you know, why don't we do it? We'll grab the Archway Angel, gain the life and not attack, and wait a turn, and hopefully we don't regret that move. I take 2, he gains 2, we move on. This is 8 damage waiting to happen. Okay, so we got to the point. That's fine. Okay. No creatures came out. Nothing to cry about. Too bad. This feels like a slow death, this game. We might go 0-2 this round. This is a better draft. Mufti draft better than I did. He's not attacking. No way. Well, mill him. Guild Mage is gone. Alright, I like that. The mana for days over here. I can't trade 3 for 3 with him. That's not going to work. So this is going to be a slow game. And the longer the game goes on with his ill-gotten inheritance, the more it favors him. I can no longer pay 5 life because he's got 8 damage waiting to happen over here. So I've got 2 more turns and I'm dead. So we could go haste. It goes with +1/+1, that makes sense. I could use anything but land right here. Ah, that works. Like that. Okay. 11, this would put me at 9. No attacks, no attacks, no attacks. This is not good. I'm going to have to sack my petitioners to the final payment. He'd grab Macabre Mockery. Yeah. That gets resolved. I'm going to swing him with everything? Okay. That's fine. We're going to block here. Here. That's game anyways. Poop. Nope, oh, I don't have to have the damage go through. So we're going to mill him. And then we're going to final payment my own angel. Sacrifice a creature. Target. Destroy target creature. Sacrifice a creature. Got it. So I can't pay 5 life, but that puts me at 7. And then I die to ill-gotten inheritance unless I draw some life gain. So the Kaya life gain did not work out very well, like I hoped it would. Boy. Nope, that's game. Let's tell our opponent, good game, sir. Good game indeed. Rakdos is pretty strong. Look at that go. Alright, so now he just sacrifices the 1. I lose. There's no way I can do enough damage or even remove his... Can't even remove those enchantments. Go for it, buddy. You got this. Yep. I saw it. Good. Good game. These best of 3s are tough for me. I'm not the best at sideboarding. So... I'm on pace to get another pack. 3 wins, you get 800 gems back. That's hard to do, though. That's hard to do. All right, let's. That's it. That's one loss. You only get 2 shots at this. All right. And I feel like in drafts, particularly, if you don't get, you know, sealed is a little easier because you get 6 packs. Draft, you get 3. And that's it. And then you got to make a deck and go to town. So I think it's a little more random. The other draft I did for Guilds of Ravnica, I also went 0-2. It's tough. It is. I like Petitioners. I like 10th District. I like the mana base. Except we'll see why this is a weaker guild to draw. Well, you also went with at least some blue, so that's good. I think if you get some good Simic cards, you're in business. Although I didn't get any of the top 20 cards in the set this time. In Sealed I did. That was a lot of fun. Kind of luck of the draw. No big deal. Persistent Petitioners. Does he have a counterspell? How poopy would that be if he's like, nope, pay 2 more mana? Okay, good. And I can drop 10th Disty, go to town. Okay. Cool. And this is nice too. It's a pretty good combination with Persistent Petitioners because I can untap it and then tap it for the mill effect. Let's see the strategy here with Fairy Duelist. I passed on it. I don't think it's great, but let's see what the smart people have to say about that. High Alert. I had one. I didn't put it in the deck. Let's see how wrong I was about High Alert. Oh, right, because he's a 2/1. Ah, okay. All right, I get it now. Pretty good stuff there. I see, so I could do, this would effectively be a 3/3 if it attacked, right, with High Alert. Oh, that's a good idea. Alright, well, I'll put the High Alert back in. Whoops. Yeah. Makes a lot more sense now. And Swirling Torrent only targets creatures, so... That's neat. I like that. Okay. Alright, that's an error on my part. Now I know. Sometimes I think, like, Azorius is just too smart for me. Can't figure out. So that's a 2/2 then. With potentially Death Touch, but not gonna be able to Death Touch anybody. Because he's got no black mana. So may as well attack with them both. Right, so now they're both effectively vigilance. It's 2/2, doesn't matter. We will Shimmer of Possibility. We need a black mana source. I think that's what I'm going to dig for. Yep, I'm not paying it. Go for it. Stuck on 4 mana. He's also stuck on 4 mana, it looks like. High Alert is not as good as the card draw, Dovin's Acuity, so let's... Okay, we'll block Twilight Panther. Yeah, he's not even attacking. That makes sense. So 29 cards. Let's see what we... Justicar's Portal? I wonder about the use of that card, particularly in... Oh, he does have an Acuity. That's terrific. There it is. Looks like we've got quite the stalemate here. He's got land and no cards, and I've got no land and a few cards. I do have a nice counter spell for whatever he's planning. But I think it's a little early for a counter spell because he's at 16, I'm at 14. Gosh, I'm going to pay the 5 life. Yep, we'll block here. I'll counterspell the combat trick to kill it. And then I should be able to kill this flyer without... Oh, I did not see that, did I? It's not ideal. There goes the death touch. That wasn't very fun. All right, that's my bad. All right. We can do this. What are the odds that he's got a counter spell waiting for my Senate Griffin? Please don't. Please, he does. It's maybe not. Gonna need a black mana source. So we'll take it. Perfect. And we will swing in for 1. Can't spend the mana to mill him anyways. Alright. 15 to 12. His Fairy Duelist attacks for 2 and kills my Senate Griffin. He gains 2 life and draws a card. Every time he plays an instant spell. Swirling Torrent's a sorcery, which he can cast. He probably has one. So after this game, we'll for sure put High Alert back in the deck. And then hope to get a better mana base. And I can't do mass manipulation anyways. I don't like mass manipulation. I don't know why it's so apparently so good, but I guess it's like 6 casting to take over a creature. And there's no limitations on it, so that's might be why. Let's use a timeout here. I wonder what he's thinking. Okay, final payment. That makes sense. Pays 5 life. Gets his Dovin's Acuity back. Plays it. Gets 2 life back. I would do it for the card draw if I had mine. These guys cost too much mana to think about right now at 6. What are we going to do about this? I'm going to take 2. Sage's Rose Savant, okay. You may. Creatures you control can attack as a living defender. Each creature you control assigns combat damage. So this is a 1/2, so this is less effective with High Alert. I see how that works now. A little bit better. Okay. So... I want to save my mana for a Thought Collapse. Save my Persistent Petitioners, use a blocker in case he wants to attack, or if I just take 2 again. This is not going very good for me right here. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I need to worry about this flyer right away. Ooh, this attack's like a 3/1. I'm seeing the value. Okay. We're countering that for sure. All he has to do is play a gate, and then the Gateway Sneak is unblockable, and it's an unblockable 3/1. That's pretty beefy. Okay, he got milled a little bit. He's also playing Esper Control, so... Impassioned Orator, that's pretty good. Consigned to the Pit, that's also pretty good too, it's just expensive. Yep, and we're going to mill a little bit more here. Bring to Trial isn't gonna matter much. Those are all 2. But I could use Kaya to gain some life back. I think I'm going to do that. And then she does, her ultimate is damage equal to the number of cards in exile. So let's exile
your problems are my profits.
A creature. Oh, it selected Quench. Okay. Those 2, and I should gain 2 life.
Resist the bad rubbish.
Can't final payment, so I don't have the black mana source. 2, there's nothing I can do about the 2 damage here. I could block down the Sage's Rose Savant, and I can't counterspell anything that he plays if he casts a spell. So, yeah, Sage's Rose attacks is a 1/1. It's not the greatest. But then I can start with some like soft removal here with Law Mage's Binding on his Duelist, which I like. He's weighing the options of Kaya, going, do I really need to attack Kaya? I don't know. I really don't know. And I can't gain life with her. Oh yeah, I can. He's got a Gateway Sneak and so I can gain life for 2 more creatures. Yep. And then she soaks that damage, which I really don't care about. She's not a kill card. My opinion is that's a waste of an attack right there. Hey, that's fine if you want to do it. But I really don't think there's a risk of Kaya's abilities just hanging out there. I really don't. Saves me 2 damage. I like that. Cool. He's gonna mill. Hopefully it's a creature or an island. I don't much care actually. We will have him drop a Gateway Sneak and a final payment. Why not? I don't think he can get anything back out of his graveyard. Oh, check this out. This is going to be funny. Nope, we'll just... We'll eat a counter spell here. And then hopefully we can survive. No counter spell? Okay. So I gain 4 more life, which is cool. It's cool. Alright. Not going to attack. No attacks. No attacks in case he's got some combat tricks or something. But if I get 1 more mana, I can control which creature goes on top of his library and then have him mill that creature so he doesn't get his Duelist back. I can Law Mage's Binding it or final payment. I was going to say final push. Huh. That's not it. It's not a final push. It's a final payment. I finally have a flyer to block with, which is cool. I can twiddle his 2 creatures there. Of course, it looks like he's looking at getting his Dovin's Acuity back. Maybe he's got an instant he wants to cast for some card draw. No? Okay. So what are the odds we draw out a counterspell here? Let's do them both. Target a creature to put on top of its owner's library. This jerk. Target a creature to return to its owner's hand. That jerk. Now let's see if that gets countered. He must have something, like an instant. Okay, now we'll do this right away. And he loses his dude. And then just because I'm a little upset with that very fairy dude, we're gonna exile him. Oh, I did 2 creatures by accident. I was going too fast. And it's at least 1. You don't get 2 for each creature. So you only get 2 if at least 1 was a creature. So, whatever. I don't think there's anything like the equivalent of like a Settle the Wreckage in this set. This is more like that garbage. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. It's like a healing angel, so he attacks, and whenever he attacks, he heals the opponent for 1. So it looks like I'm going to have to get 12 cards in Exile and then kill him with Kaya, because nothing else is happening. I'm not getting cards. Alright. Although if he has any Afterlife, I can handle the tokens nicely. Rose Savant again. Bring to trial. Okay. That's fine. Still a good blocker, so no reason not to block with Archway Angel, even though it's a -1/4. We will not kill our own Kaya next turn. We'll just keep exiling things until he gets up to 12. Right?
Funny, that's what
I'll gain 2 life. Final payment's an instant, so there's no reason to do it right now. Law Mage's Binding has got flash, so I can handle creatures as they come up. Did I take out a Petitioner? Is that what's happening? Summary Judgment, that would have been cool for him to have. I bet you he's... I can't understand why I'm getting so many lands, but I am. Take out both of those.
Funny, that's what I do.
Cool. So clock's ticking, but he's probably got some sort of ingenious removal for Kaya over here. He's got 10 cards in Exile. If he has anything that adds cards to Exile, he's in trouble. I could easily pay 5 to final payment his Sage Row. I have a mill again, just as a good practice here. Try and get a creature into there so I can grab one. Arrester's Zeal, that's fine. It's land, it's land. Man. Alright, so is that 12? That's 12 in his graveyard, and now he kills Kaya through some sort of ingenious method and makes it so I can't win the game. I don't think there's any bounce planeswalkers in the white or the blue space. Okay, so he gives up to Kaya. I believe Kaya officially won me a game just now. So I'm going to take that as definitive evidence that I am in fact right about Kaya, and she is awesome. I'm going to grab High Alert. I get it. Okay. Yes. And I'm going to get rid of creatures whose power is greater than their toughness here. So Senate Griffin isn't as strong with High Alert in there. Got it. Okay. Now it all makes sense. And I want to get another... I could have swore I had two... I do, two persistent petitioners. Okay. One more Essence Capture for good measure. And Summary Judgment would have been so handy there. Thought Collapse was cool. Forbidding Spirit. I won't need Forbidding Spirit this game because he's not playing too many creatures. And probably go down to one final payment and deal with creatures the old school way. I stuck with a final payment there. Of course, that might bite me. But we'll see. I don't want to do too much because that game, though slow, really, really slow, went well for us. And that's kind of what happens when you play Azoria style. So, just something that we deal with. Okay, this is kind of good. I like this. I like this a lot. This is great. This is sort of like how his game went, where he got the high alert, or the... Was it? Oh, one of them. One of the games we played in. High alert was the thing. I do want to get my 2 blue mana out, so I can start counterspelling. Let's see if he just blocks and trades. I can light up his dude right when he taps him to attack. I don't necessarily need to save it to do 5 damage. He's going to do it now. Yep, I'm going to do it. I don't like him having that guy. Does he have another fairy? Cool. I'm going to drop the Disty again. And then when they attack, it'll be a 2-2 and a 3-3. That's good. Okay, he's got another one. Alright. A lot of 3-drops. Lots of 3-drops. Not attacking, because I got the high alert, right? So I'm going to save it. Tip my hand a little bit there. He probably knows something's up now. Like, why didn't he attack? He was so aggressive before. Sometimes that's a bit of a trigger. It's a better... I wish I had my Dovin's Acuity, but I don't. Oh, whatever. You may as well block. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Cool. So it's a 3-3 with Vigilance. If I can... Well, if he doesn't have a strong play here, then I can take over the rest of this game, hopefully, with a good counter spell and with a Vigilance that attacks for 3. It's pretty strong. Although, if I don't draw another blue mana source, I cannot do my Thought Collapse and Shimmer of Possibility. I think it's kind of risky. And that's fine. I will do Petitioners instead. Yes. I get it now. It's a 3-3 with high alert. Oh, that's terrific. No attack. No reason to untap anybody. We'll dig for... Too expensive of a flyer there. Although that would be a 4-3 flyer. I'm gonna get the 3-6 Watchful Giant. 2-4-5. So one more mana source, then it's effectively a 6-6. I like that. With a 1-1 token. Woo! He's got 5 mana. I've got effectively 2 3-3s. And this is gonna be strong here with these two. Okay, well, whatever. That's dumb. That's pretty good. It's like a Merfolk tapper. What are they called? I forget what they're called. No gate, so his Gateway Sneak is blockable. Got a mana source, and we're going to drop the giant. And we'll go ahead and attack, yeah. Now, he's probably upset with my Petitioners because of last game, so he might block with this Chillbringer. But I don't know that would be a great idea because I'm going to swing in for 6. Okay, okay. These are my two vigilance targets here. And now that I've got high alert out, I may as well attack with petitioners instead of use them as mill engines because they're 3/3s when they attack. So shucks, my 1/1 human dude, he's gone. Oh, well, high alert for him? Yeah, I don't care. Do I? They're all 3/3s though. He's going to certainly kill my veteran and my petitioners, but then he's going to end up taking 6. So, yeah, so let's just attack with everybody. He's got 26 cards. Yeah, let's do it. Untap our Watchful Giant, because he's very, I mean, he's watchful, you know. He's watching out. He's like, hey, I got vigilance now. He could gang block the giant, but that's still, he's still in trouble here. This is terrific. Awesome. Good. That's risky. Okay. And I've got one good counter spell. So if I choose wisely on the counter spell, ideally I want to keep my Watchful Giant alive and my High Alert, so I want to counterspell a Dispel, counterspell a Mass Removal. There we go. We got the win. It's great. Cool. And I got 200 gold for wins. Reward is 2 packs. That's awesome. I'll take that all day. That's great. And then 3 packs. Well, let's keep playing. This is nerve-wracking and fun at the same time. Mostly nerve-wracking, though. Seriously, this is quite a challenge. Now, I don't know how the system works. Did it take my High Alert back out of the deck? Did I sideboard it out? I'm going to play first. It did. It removed my sideboard because I took out the Griffin. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. So the Azorius goes down first, then the Plains into Petitioners turn 2 and 3, and then a third turn Guildgate here, and hopefully on turn 4 I can get another land and drop the Senate Griffin and do some flying damage. Or if not, I will Dovin's Acuity, gain some health, draw a card, be happy. Ooh, Simic. Okay. Well, that's a thing. I think Simic is strong in draft. In particular, Adapt works particularly well with some extra mana. Gives you a nice mana sink. Prowling Caracal isn't much of a threat. Okay, cool. We'll do this guy again. We'll drop Petitioners. Alright. Alright. No, we're not going to attack. We're just going to mill. Let's be honest. Do I have 4 advisors in here? I don't think I do. Yeah, let's get the creature out there. Scry, we'll take some damage. Yeah, I like the mana. Not ready to give up on mana just yet. No attackers. He's going white, green, and blue. What's that, like? Something to do with Naya? I think is what it's called. I forget the names of the colors. I know black, blue, and white is called Esper. Alright. This is Trixie. I can't take 6. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna block down and see if he's got combat tricks to stifle my mills. He doesn't, but that's still not the most pleasant trade. One Caracal and another adapter. For 6, okay, so that's not all that awesome. Here comes the card draw. Okay. And the only reason I'm trying to trade right now is because I've got the health that's going to come back from Dovin's Acuity. Okay, this could be bad. There's 6 mana. So I could Swirling Torrent. I could Final Payment. I want to get rid of that. The hybrid here, the human lizard warrior guy. Well, he's a full 2 turns away from adapting him. So that's not entirely scary. Why don't we look at some cards here? Okay, grab a 10th District Veteran. And let's drop it down here. Okay. So now I have a solid blocker for his Sauroform hybrid. I can swing into 3. Does that mean I'm going to take 7 voluntarily here? And then pop his Ceratok with a Final Payment? It's another 5. That's a full-on 12. To gain 2? That's risky. Yeah, you attack with everything here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to block. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to do our Swirling Torrent. Do them both. Put a creature on top of its owner's library. The one that costs the most goes on top of the library. And return a creature to its owner's hand. Yeah, we're going to do the Sauroform hybrid goes back to his hand. This isn't looking so good. I don't think we win this game. This series is going to go to Simic, I think. I don't think this is going to work out very well. Final Payment. I can't trigger after. Oh boy. Okay, why don't I sacrifice a creature or an enchantment? I guess I could do my Dovin's Acuity. Target a creature, kill that guy, let's sack the Acuity. Everybody costs 2. He doesn't have any 1-drops, does he? He sure isn't going to attack. That's true. Alright, I'm going to save my Law Mage's Binding. Hopefully we can trick him into doing something here. That's dumb. That's where High Alert comes in handy. Okay. Alright, you're not the only one with enchantments that have flash, though. So that's something. So I'm hoping he plays a land. Taps his dude. Alright, he's not doing that, is he? Okay, and if he taps his Biomancers, I'll Final Payment and just sack the Griffin. Sacrifice a creature, kill the Familiar, sacrifice the Griffin. There we go. Now what's he got? Oh, the best card this whole expansion right there. So now he's got to pay 2 mana to attack. And then he's only got 3 to play with. I like that. Let's see if he saves it to use as a blocker. This Beastmaster is the strongest card in Simic, I swear. We'll go with a throw. Okay. Nice. Well, that's what you do right there. Rats. I got one too, buddy. Not going to block here. Yeah, may as well do that. Yep. That's the game for him. Yep, of course. Of course it is. Yeah, 7, floor, nothing I can do. Dead, dead, dead. Okay, he wins. Alright, let's go on to the next game. So it doesn't save your deck unless you edit it between games. Is that right? I liked... Yeah, it took my high alert out and left in my dude, this guy, and growth spiral? Huh. That's weird. I don't know how to prevent that from happening. I wish it didn't do that. I wish it would change and then stay how I put it. I just don't know enough about drafting in best of 3s. That's on me. Obviously, I will get better, but is what it is. I will play first. I like this. Yes. Hey, buddy. My cat's like, hey. There's a gate. Yep, I'll play my gate now. No reason not to. No reason not to attack. Now I've got a cool Death Touch character here. Good deal. And the waiting begins. Alright. Sometimes I try and draft colors just to speed the game up, like reds and greens. It's kind of funny. Alright, so it's 2/3 with reach. 3, 4 with afterlife. I like that. We won't attack. We'll slow the game down a little bit. And if I get drawn to a high alert, he dies. Okay. So Law Mage's Binding goes on the Beastmaster for sure. Alright. We don't attack, so we can leave our Syndicate Messenger untapped. And then we've got our 6th mana for the Watchful Giant. That's fine. Okay. Now we got a game. Alright. This is working. I still can't activate the Death Touch. Like Twilight Panther isn't very good. A lot of people draft it, but it's not a good card. Could gang block and kill a slinger, a rubble slinger. This is Sokonon from Frontier. Don't know if you guys watch Frontier, but that is like the artwork inspired by Sokonon right there. Alright, let's see. Do we take game 2? We are for sure going to do some Acuity. We'll drop a gate and we will hold on to the Arrestor's Zeal. And let's do some attacking. Yep, it's time for this. May as well all attack. There's no attack or removal. He could block my 1/1. I don't care. He could block my Twilight Panther. I don't much care. He could block the Syndicate Messenger. I will hit it with some Arrestor's Zeal and kill his creatures, which is something I really want to do. Alright. You go, Fairy Duelist. What are the... another Fairy Duelist. Okay. Yep, that way. Okay, we're good there. So I think I would rather... let's Zeal the Panther. Make it a 2/4. Right? Or a 1/4, doesn't matter. And then we will give it Death Touch. We'll lose a Syndicate Messenger. Jeez, dude. That's too much. That's too much nonsense. What are we doing? Of course, if I get High Alert, then Twilight Panther is a 2/2 all over again. So, I'm okay with that. Of course, I could Swirling Torment him back to my hand. Yeah, I'll take all that. That's fine. Is that 4? 6? Okay, this goes to the top of his library. Oh, this is good. This is better than good. Kill that guy. We will definitely take that action. Oh, is that all my blue? Oh, that's dumb. I mean, not dumb, but it's what it is. We attack for 3. He takes the 3. I really need a mana source here, don't I? Ooh, that's not great. Those guys, okay. 5. Okay, hopefully I live. That's a lot of damage coming my way. That's tough. Yeah. Put a creature on top of his owner's library. This guy goes to your hand. Okay. No, 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 I did not want to do that. That's... I was thinking of blocking. It's fine, whatever. Oh boy. Yeah, that's how it goes. Whatever. I think I lose this game anyways. He had too many combat tricks in his hand from that nonsense, but whatever. Okay, so 1 and 2. Not ideal, but those are tricky games to play. Let's get our 2-packs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like 2-packs. I'm okay with that. And it's not ranked, and it is a draft, and draft is trickier than otherwise, playing the games. We'll open up our packs, see what we get as a reward, and we will move on with life. Grasping Thrall. Where were you when I needed you, buddy? Not there. Another Kaya. It is written. Kaya is destined to be played. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a thing. It's not going to be a thing. Who are we getting? Revival and Revenge. See, I like Revival. From your graveyard to the battlefield. Boom. Mana cost 3 or less. So like a Benelish Marshal. I like that. Double your life total. Target opponent loses half their life. That's cool too. Right on. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate all the support. So good luck to you in your drafts. It's a tough one out there. It's best of 3. So plan for a sideboard as you're drafting. Draftsim.com is a great tool to use. And good luck to you. Thanks so much for watching.